that's when it got real for me. I was like, who? What?
I said, baby, let's go. I ain't in love, that's for sure. You want some bread, got that dough. Are we gonna party some more? We up and down on that floor. Can you just shake it some more? I got some money to throw. The way you up and down on that pole, I ain't got no reason.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Niel, and I'm back today with another video. Like you can see from the title, today we're gonna be talking about Meps. Meps is Military Entrance Processing Center, or something to that sort of effect. It sounds about right. And all branches have to go through Meps to join their respective branch or whatever. If you're lucky, you only go to Meps twice. Unluckily for me, I went 3 times, sadly. I wasn't lucky the first time.
You are stressing me the hell out. I can't. I'm done.
When you go to Meps, right? You get up like, well, the night before you go to Meps, there's a things that the branches do. They send you to a hotel, right? So they can pick you up and then bring you to Meps in the morning. So you got a hotel or whatever the night before, and then you wake up at the crack of dawn at like 4 a.m. I believe, and you have breakfast. So, well, it's not good to have breakfast. Don't have breakfast, okay? Trust me. I'll tell you why. But, don't have breakfast, but they have the opportunity, you have the option to have breakfast. And then you go to Meps. My first experience at Meps, the first time I went, was, whoa. I didn't spend the night in the hotel the first time I went because the hotel was in Staten Island, and I went to the Brooklyn Meps in Brooklyn, of course, Fort Hamilton. It's like the Meps for Connecticut, Jersey, Long Island, New York, like New York City, and I live in Queens, so I feel like it was a little bit too far or whatever. So I just was like, nah. So the morning of Meps at like 3:45ish, I think my recruiter came and got me. Drove me to Brooklyn, drove me down the belt, drove me to Brooklyn or whatever to get to Meps. It's a long line or whatever. You join this long line to go through metal detectors and stuff like that. Cause it's all branches or whatever. So you get inside or whatever, and they're like, take out all your phones, everything out your pockets, your belt, blah blah blah. Put it in here. Put your bag in the little airport thing, but you know what, the crate. I'm gonna call it the crate. Put everything you have in the crate and it goes through the scanner and you walk the metal detector or whatever. And then that's the last time you see your phone. Like I had to take off my watch, even though this is a different watch, but I had to take off my watch and leave it with my phone and my bag. So they keep all of that stuff in like a room with shelves. Like shelves with boxes. So all your stuff is in there until you come and get it at the end of the day. You check in with your ID. Check in with your ID. They take your fingerprint, and you get a visitor's badge to like wear on your chest. I think it's the right side. Yeah, I believe it's the right side. And that's because obviously, like, when you're in uniform, you type your name right here. So I guess they try to teach you, or try to treat you like you're already in the military, or maybe because it's easier for people that like work there to just look at you and be like, oh, so just trying to search for where it is, you know? They already know it's right here. So you put your name badge right there, and you get in briefed. And they basically tell you what you're not supposed to do there, and what you are there to do. And then you start your medical screening. The first step of the medical screening is you just answer questions on a piece of paper. They ask you if you have tattoos, if you have any surgeries and stuff like that. If you're about to join the military and you do not have a lot of tattoos, do not go and get a bunch of tats before you go to Meps, because you literally have to sit down there and like describe every single tattoo that you have in depth. So don't do that. But the answer to every question they're yes or no questions other than the tattoo part, and the answer to all those questions is no, because you can like mess yourself up if you say yes. I mean, if something is yes, don't lie, but just be advised that you have to, explain and all of that stuff. And then after you answer that and you hand in your sheet or whatever, you start the medical screening. So they test your hearing, they test your eyesight, they do height and weight, and all of that. They also do like some invasive tests or whatever. After you finish your height, after you finish the hearing, the vision, you like go, for females, you go get a pregnancy test. And then after your pregnancy test, you like go to a room with a bunch of you guys, maybe like 40 of you guys, and you strip down to nothing but your underwear. And then they have you do a series of movements to see how your bones move and stuff like that. They have you bend over, they have you kick, they have you duck walk. Duck walking was really uncomfortable for me. Like, I don't like, it was so uncomfortable. I was barely able to do it, but I did it. And then you go to a room with the doctor, and then you completely strip down. And they do their test or whatever. It was like super duper awkward. And it's either, the doctor could be either sex, but if the doctor's of the opposite sex than you are, they have someone in there that is your same sex for, supervisory reasons, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, they do their test or whatever. They have you bend over, butt naked, and do what they're doing or whatever.
Oh, no,
Some people like get examined, and others don't. I was one of those who didn't get examined. But yeah, then after that, you get dressed. And when all that is done, if everything is, looking good or whatever, you go down to your service liaison and start the process to get your contract signed or whatever. So if you're lucky, you only go to Meps twice. If you're not, you go more than twice, obviously. And then if you either go downstairs to your liaison right away, or you wait until they're able to see you. Most of the times you have to wait after lunch or whatever. Lunch at Meps is just a sandwich. They have like different meats, like turkey. They have cold cuts with turkey, ham, beef, and cheese, and whatever. The first time I went there, it was popping. I liked that sandwich. Because I was hungry. But anyway, so like I said, I wasn't lucky enough to go to Meps twice. I went 3 times. The reason why I went 3 times is because the first time I went, I was overweight by 1 pound.
You know the thing lick up a chippy.
Yeah, 1 pound. So the military has requirements for your weight and your height and your age. So for my age, the maximum you could be was 147, and I was 148. So they was like, nah fam, you gotta go lose that pound, bro, and come back. So I was like, alright. And there was also airwax in my ear, but I had airwax buildup. But that's not like such a big deal, because they actually have people there that could clean your air up for you, but that didn't happen to me. So I got turned away or whatever. So I was the medical screening takes about 2-3 hours. So by like 10, 11, the medical screening was over. So and I literally had to sit down in the cafeteria and wait until like 3, 4 to leave Meps, which pissed me off. But anyway, second time I went to Meps, I actually went to the hotel this time, but what I did was I parked my car on Fort Hamilton. I parked my car there the day before, and then I just drove with my recruiter to the hotel. That was a day. It's the same process over, literally same process over, but the only difference this time is that I just picked up where I messed up at. So I just went right to weighing myself. Well, they weighed me, but that's exactly where I went. I didn't do hearing, vision, none of that. The questionnaire thing, none of that. I just went right to get weighed. So I passed height and weight, and then they went to check my air to see the air rack stuff or whatever. My air was good, and they asked you questions, the same questions, you know, that they asked you before. I know, have you gotten hurt recently and stuff. The stuff that would affect your medical history. They ask you questions regarding that. Answer is no. So I was good on that, and then I went downstairs to my liaison. This is where I was gonna sign my contract. So whatever, I wanted to be an MP. That's the reason why I came into the military, was to be a military cop. But that didn't work out for me because of my immigration status. So like I said, I'm not American citizen. Foreigner. And for certain jobs, you have to be an American citizen. I wanted to do MP, couldn't do that. I wanted to be a paralegal, couldn't do that. And I wanted to do human resources, couldn't do none of that. So I ended up with the job that I have now, which is construction engineering. So I chose that job there, signed my contract there, and then I waited to get sworn in. So you basically, they when you're gonna get sworn in or whatever, they brief you on the stuff that you're about to say, how to do it, how to stand, how to face, left face, right face, or whatever, stand at attention, stuff like that. They brief you on that, and then you go into a separate room where like all the flags are, and I mean they have the Army flag, the Navy flag, the U.S. Marines flag, the American flag, all of that's in there, and you swear in. Your parents or whoever you come with or whatever can see you get sworn in, but they're not gonna be able to they're not gonna be able to see you get sworn in on the day that you sign your contract, because that's typically the day that you're still doing Meps stuff and parents aren't allowed there or whatever. So the third time I went to Meps, which would be the second time for most people, is the day that you're about to leave for basic training. Go through the same process over and over. Over again. They pregnancy test the females every single time you go to Meps as a female. You get pregnancy test. Yeah, they do that, and then you do a bunch of briefings or whatever. You finish up your paperwork. They ask you questions like, who do you want to have your body? Who does your last paycheck in the military go to? Stuff like that. That's when it got real for me. I was like, what? Who am I gonna give my body to? What? Like.
Thank you.
That was scary. I was like, why are y'all asking me that? I mean, even though the job is the job that it is, but I was like, whoa, bro, who we get my body to? Wow. And they ask where you want to be buried, all that. And then you swear in again. So at this time is where your family can come watch you swearing, and they could also see you off as well. So you swear in or whatever. Finish all the paperwork that you had to do. Get your plane ticket, get your itinerary, your plane ticket, and your food voucher. You get all of that, and basically that's it. You off. Also go serve the country. You know what I'm saying? So we left Brooklyn Meps, right? And we drove to Jersey, to Liberty Airport. And I can't really say it. It's Newark, Liberty Airport. We drove there, and that's where our flight flew from, because I went to basic training in Missouri. So we flew from Jersey to Missouri. And bro, if I had a chance that day to like change my mind and not join the military, I would have, because of what happened that day, bro. Literally, like, we were stuck on the taxiway, sitting inside the plane for 2.5 hours. Guess how long the flight to Missouri is? 2.5 hours. So imagine, bro, we're sitting on the runway the same amount of time we're supposed to be flying. Then after that 2.5 hours, they disembarked us. We got off the plane, and then 30 minutes later, 45 minutes later, we're back on the plane. And then we sat there for another 45 minutes. I'm just like, I was shaking, bro. And literally, the plane was literally this big. Like, literally. You have a row on this side and a row on that side. and that's it. So I was like, whoa, bro, we on this Ford Explorer plane and we about to die. Like I was like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, I got to Missouri safely and we're here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my Meps story. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I'm out.
But then you rather play it safe, girl, and be my best friend. If you my best friend, why you stop the texting? Just because you got a man don't mean you flexing. I done caught a couple chicks and learned my lesson. That's why I keep praying every day and counting blessings.